He came down the dark hallway of the hospital for lepers, shouting and cursing. The anger in his face and the stinking pus oozing from his rotting flesh made him terrible to behold. The other lepers who lived in that house of the living dead hurried back into their rooms. They knew all too well the frequent outbursts of anger that came from this man. Brother John, Brother Sylvester, and Brother Maceo, who happened to be turning the corner in that hallway, saw the man, stopped dead in their tracks, turned around, and started to walk the other way. "He is beyond all help," said Brother John. "He's beyond all hope," said Brother Sylvester. "Leave him in his room to his fate," said Brother Maceo. "There are others less difficult and more grateful for us to serve." And so they abandoned the leper to his fate in his room. Not long after that, St. Francis came to the hospital for lepers. And the three brothers told him about the difficult man, this leper, who was so angry, and how they left him in his room. And Francis walked down the long corridor of the dark hallway. He found the man's room and he pushed the door open. And there, on the dirt floor, on a straw mat, in the tiny dark room, sat the leper, picking at his scabs. "God give you peace, dearest brother," said Francis. "Peace? What peace is there from God, who's taken from me all peace and everything that is good and has made me rotten and stinking? Besides that, besides my affliction, I'm not taken care of by these other friars. No one takes care of me as he should." Francis listened long and patiently to the man's angry complaints, and then he gave him some bread and wine for which he had begged, and said, "Rest for a while, and I will come back." Francis walked out of the hospital into the woods. He fell on his knees and said, "Oh God, this man is so difficult. All the other brothers have abandoned him. What do you want me to do?" A little later, Francis returned to the hospital. He found the man in his room and he said, "I have decided to take care of you myself." "What more can you do for me than the others?" said the man. "I will do whatever you ask me to," said Francis. "Then please wash me all over. I smell so bad I cannot stand my own stink." Francis immediately got a bucket of water and heated it up. He put many sweet-smelling herbs and spices in the water, and then he began to wash the leper with his own hands. And every place that Francis touched the man, the leprosy left him, and his skin was restored. As Francis bathed him, the man wept, thinking how nasty he had been to the other friars who had only been trying to help. When the man was done with his bath, he went to Brother John, Brother Sylvester, and Brother Maceo. He asked for their forgiveness for all the anger and cursing he had heaped upon them. They forgave him, and the man returned to his home, overjoyed with his healing and full of the peace of God. And he spent the rest of his days filled with joy and peace. Love your enemies. Do good to those who hate you. Bless those who curse you. Pray for those who abuse you. If anyone strikes you on the cheek, offer the other also. And from him who takes away your coat, do not withhold even your shirt. Give to everyone who begs from you. And if anyone takes away your goods, do not ask for them again. Do to others as you would have them do to you. If you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? For even sinners love those who love them. If you do good to those who do good to you, what credit is that to you? For even sinners do the same. If you lend to those from whom you hope to receive, what credit is that to you? For even sinners lend to sinners to receive as much again. But love your enemies. Do good and lend, expecting nothing in return. Your reward will be great, and you will be called children of the Most High. For he is kind to the ungrateful and the wicked. Be merciful, as your Father is merciful. Once, when Jesus was in one of the cities, there was a man covered with leprosy. When he saw Jesus, he bowed with his face to the ground and said, he begged him, he said, "Lord, if you're willing, if you choose, you can make me clean." Jesus stretched out his hand and touched the man. "I am willing. I do choose," said Jesus. "Be clean." And immediately the leprosy left him. And Jesus ordered him and said, "Go and tell no one, but go and show yourself to the priest. And as Moses commanded, make an offering for your cleansing as a testimony to them." Make me a channel of your peace. It's in pardoning that we are pardoned, in giving of ourselves that we receive, and in dying that we're born to eternal life. O Master, grant that I may never seek so much to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love with all my soul. Make me a channel of your peace. Francis was the mirror. Christ was the image of compassion that Francis reflected.